Jacqueline Nichols, and I am the creator and founder of Intuitive Matchmaking. I am honored and privileged to be able to share these tips with you, and I'm so thankful that you signed up to receive our video series. You know what? It's because you know you deserve more, you want more, and you're just trying to figure out the answers. So applaud yourself for taking time, for being willing to learn just a little bit extra, for being willing to discover what it is that you need to do just a little bit different. I'm always saying it's time to shift your perspective. So I invite you to open your heart, open your thoughts, and be aware of what it is that you're going to gain through this video to shift your perspective. What is exciting is I am able to choose nature as my background for you in this video. I want you to hear the birds chirping. I want you to see the green in the background and think about the new growth that happens with every season. I want you to believe in more. I want you to desire more. I want you to want more. And I think about how in nature, when you plant the seed and nothing happens for a while because it's all happening under the soil. That's what these free videos are for. I want you to take the time to reflect. I want you to take the time to learn. I want you to choose the difference between rushing forward and the pause that you can have by having some control, some clarity, and some distinction about why you are choosing to learn more. This is about you. This is about your life-changing opportunity. What is so important is that you change the way you're doing what you've been doing. Now, I am the topic that I'm covering for this video is about you attracting what you want and also knowing what you have to offer. Now, when we do our Master the Art of Dating video, it is amazing how many people have absolutely no idea what they actually have to offer, but boy, it takes them no time at all to pick out exactly what they want. It's almost like they think they can just type it into a computer and spit out a person. That's why online dating can be very exhausting, because people think that they answer all the questions and up should pop their perfect person. But the reality is there's so much more than just your wish list. So let's think about some of these things. I want you to stop, grab a piece of paper, and write down the 10 things that you're looking for in a relationship and the 10 things you want in a person. The thing is that so often people focus so much on, oh, I want him tall, dark, and handsome. I want her short, skinny, and petite. They're caught up in the physical. That's genetics. The reality is, yes, of course, we're predisposed. A lot of people are attracted to what they liked when they were younger. Maybe someone that reminds them of their high school sweetheart. Maybe it's somebody that just reminds them of an important figure in life. Maybe it's all about the fact that they like someone that's bigger than them, somebody that's smaller than them. I know that we get our predisposed thoughts, we get our predisposed feelings, but what really matters and what is most important is that we get you to get past some of the layers that have actually been blocking you from noticing Mr. or Miss Right. Could be right there, right next to you, and you don't even realize it. That is so powerful. When people start to shift and become aware of what's out there, they're amazed all the time. So you've got two things you're looking at. What you are wanting from the person and from the relationship. When you think about the person, there's all these traits. Maybe that they're a good provider, maybe they're a good homemaker, maybe they're flexible for traveling, maybe that they want to have children. Maybe it's because they're younger or older than you. Maybe it's because they like to go hiking. They want to raise your children with you. Maybe they want to have a business together. The list is endless why you're going to want to pick somebody to be your partner. But at the same time, what is it to be in a relationship? What kind of a relationship are you looking for? Some people want someone that they truly need to be with 24/7. Do you want that person that maybe you just see a couple times a week? Are you looking to find that person to get married and buy a home together? Are you looking to have that person that they have their space, you have your space? What is it that you're looking for in a relationship? I will tell you, though, that as you grow through this journey, just like the seed under the soil, you will change. You will probably find out there's things that you didn't think you wanted or things that you needed. But what's powerful is, first we have to start with some direction. But don't be surprised. I bet you anything, it's going to change and transform as you grow, as you change and you transform. So first, as you think about these relationship aspects, what is it that you're thinking about? Is it about having someone that cares you made it home safely? Is it about having somebody to enjoy dinner with? Is it about somebody to plan a retirement with and travel the world? What is that going to feel like? Okay, so as you're thinking about what it is that you have to offer, think about those traits. Think about the things that somebody else might want. Are you a great conversationist? Are you somebody that's fun to talk to? Are you somebody that's not the jealous type? Are you somebody who kind of is flexible at going with the flow? A lot of people just really want somebody who can make things a little bit easier in life. How are you going to make the world better because you're in a relationship with that person? You know, a lot of times people think that because all their friends say they're such a great catch, that they too must also believe they're a great catch. I'm not saying that you're not a great catch, but what I am saying is, why is it that other people don't know your traits that are somebody that is a potential relationship? This is what's so important. This is what I want you to really become aware of. This is what I want you to really think about. I want you to take a moment and think, what is it that my friends say that I'm so great? And what were the good things that I did in other relationships? Ask yourself these questions. These are really crucial at turning points for you. These are the opportunities for you to be able to step back, look, and reflect. Think about it. Think about why somebody wanted to date you. Now, there are times, obviously, where your message isn't going to get across to a potential date, or you're going to be dating someone for a little while and you kind of wish you could just delete that from your memory. But go for some of your longer relationships. Now, if you haven't had any longer relationships, why is that? Are you scared to be in love? Is it fearful of rejection that stops you from even starting? What is it that you have to offer that somebody's missing out because you haven't let yourself be available? This is a big thing you need to stop and think about, because right now there is somebody out there wanting someone just like you, but they can't get to you if you don't let them. So what is it that you have to offer that is going to make you unforgettable? What is it that you have that's going to make a difference? What part of you is going to stand out in the crowd? The truth is, it's a competitive market. I'm sorry to say, but as amazing and incredible and phenomenal as you are, you truly have to understand it's going to take effort, it's going to take follow through, and it's going to take you being strong enough to not blend in. You have to be the person that at the end of the date, the other person can't forget. They cannot wait to see you again. You have to be that person. But it only happens when you actually know what you're looking for and what's actually out there. I have definitely worked with clients that are so unrealistic of what they want in aspect to what's real. If you've gone a long time without dating, I really challenge you to look at other couples. Look at who you admire and look at who you kind of wish would get some counseling themselves so that you can see what real couples are dealing with. What's the truth? Most of it you won't really know, because I always say you can never judge another relationship without closed door time. But what I do want you to do is raise yourself up to turn and look at people a little different. How much reality and realisticness can you do to make it a better situation? How can you make it more honest when you're looking for someone? Do you really need a stick-thin girl? A little exercise can make difference for everybody's health. Do you want a woman with body image issues that she thinks she's only wanted because she's skinny? That's genetics. I always say, you can lose weight, but you can't gain a personality. Is it that he has to be super financially secure so he can provide for you? Why don't you provide for yourself and bring the two incomes together? Two incomes, even if they're not huge, it can be really wonderful when you're working together. What do you need to let go of from your childhood, from your past, from past relationships? Did your ex-wife say you didn't make enough money so you think you can't be with a new person? Did your husband say you weren't intimate enough? You weren't sexy enough? What are the things that you were told that you need to not necessarily take ownership of, but how can you sparkle up yourself, sizzle up yourself, be confident with who you are, and be more realistic as to what you're asking for? I'm not saying for you to settle, but I'm saying for you to be human and let the other person be human. What part do you need to step up for? What part do you need to be more aware of? What is it that you need to do differently? Are you ready to take the leap? Are you ready to actually look at people for who they really are and not their imperfections? Are you ready to get clear what you want so you'll actually recognize it when it arrives? Are you ready? Are you going to be that person? Are you going to be the person who says, yes, I genuinely want love. I'm willing to take them with their faults because thank goodness I don't have to be perfect either. Are you willing to dig a little bit deeper? I've had some people on a date and they go, oh, we had 3 drinks, I won't go out with him again. But you know what? He probably was so nervous and anxious that he didn't realize what he needed to do just to breathe and calm down. You got to give people a chance. If you let him know you're not really fond of that and he has a chance to change and he doesn't change, then you can let him go. But you don't know unless you try to say something. We have a couple that got married, but you know what? The first date, she called to say, he didn't pull out my chair and he didn't hang up my coat. I don't know if I want to go out with him again. Well, I can say she's pretty glad she called me up and we talked about it, because a year later they walked down the aisle together. We have so many stories of people with preset expectations and they either shift past it and they're happily in love, or they're stuck and they're stubborn and they're committed to what they want, because I think sometimes people want to prove they can't find happiness and they don't even realize it. So let's prove you can find happiness. Let's prove that you're worth the extra effort. Let's prove that you have planted your seed for greatness and that you are going to bloom and be that person. You're going to be the and then some person. You're going to be the real deal. You're going to be unforgettable. And you're going to notice what other people didn't notice in somebody wonderful. Let's be proud of who you are. Let's raise yourself to a higher standard, but also be a little bit more real. Be a little bit more realistic. A little bit of humbleness goes a long ways. And also, let somebody share their story. Teach them how to treat you, but also teach yourself how to treat yourself. Let yourself have a new experience. Build new memories. It's like when you fold up a piece of paper and you make it into a paper airplane. You shoot it across the room. You get that paper and you flatten it down. It'll still have those creases. It still will have the imprint of being a paper airplane. So you still have the imprints of your past, but you can fold it and change your life into anything you want. Own it, claim it, and move forward. Are you ready to get excited about our next video? Thank you again for being a part of our video series. We are excited to inspire, enlighten, and enrich you as you find love, enjoy love, and keep love. Let's go on, and soon you will believe in love again.